It's hard to say without doing a workup on your husband or talking with him, but just to answer your question, um, we don't know if your husband simply felt lonely. I mean, I don't know how long your illness was. If your illness was for 1 week, that's one thing. And if it was for, 3 years, that's another thing. So my first curiosity would be, did he feel lonely? Second of all, yes, to answer your question, we do recreate trauma, and we do this for many reasons, but none of which I'll get into in this video. Perhaps when your husband was young, he felt scared and helpless. And your sickness actually brought back those feelings of scared and helplessness. And he wanted to cope with something, numb something, avoid something. He felt overwhelmed. And so, next thing you know, there was a vulnerability and he got into an affair, unfortunately. One of the things that I would do to try to find this out maybe is if he's willing to, have him really go back to the basics, the fundamentals, and write down, okay, what was I feeling when I was younger, when my mother was sick? Or what was I feeling while she was dealing with her illness, and then get back into your illness and say, what was I feeling when my wife was ill? And do a compare and contrast, But let me just make it clear that no matter the association, not the association, as you know, there's zero excuse, zero justification, zero rationalization. Everybody has choices, and the worst choice is to open that door to an affair, to betrayal, especially when you're at your worst. When I talk to women who were pregnant or sick or, what have you, somebody the other day was attending their father's funeral. And while they were attending their father's funeral, their partner was out breaking their trust, put it that way. So, this has to hurt. So nothing justifies anything, rationalizes anything whatsoever. However, one of the best ways to help healing after an affair or betrayal or broken trust is to eventually find a way to have empathy for that person. So although I want to make it very clear, there's no rationalization, justification, this was wrong in every way, shape, or form, but in order to help heal and have peace, you got to have all the pieces. And having all the pieces helps us transition and move into grief and eventually empathy. So I hope that helps.